Hey, good evening and welcome to our Wednesday night Bible study. It's great to be back. Again, I want to say thanks to Daryl Coburn for filling in while I was out. We're so grateful to have good people who can cover our services. Did a great job leading this Bible study. Hey, tonight, couple things. First of all, a reminder, next Wednesday night we will not be online. We will be doing something we do every December. We go out and ring the bells for the Salvation Army. Now, a lot of people are like, why do you do that for the Salvation Army? Well, some of our other ministries do a great job. We don't need to reinvent the wheel, so it just makes sense. Why don't we go ahead and help them raise money? Each year, we have been going out, ringing those bells, and as we do that, we have been very successful. In fact, they laugh, say sometimes it's one of their best nights they ever have, because we will have a group of people from 5:30 in the evening till 8 o'clock at night at Walmart in Winchester. Now, some of you online are like, well, I can't join you at Walmart in Winchester. What am I going to do? Well, we would encourage you, if you can, to go ahead and contribute your time at your local Salvation Army, one of the places where they're ringing the bells. If you can't get out, I know a lot of our people are not able to get out in the cold and able to go ring the bells. We encourage you to do something that night, giving to other people, making a difference in the lives of others. It might be phone calls, it might be writing a few letters, a few notes, whatever, but we would encourage you to please invest in other people that night. That's a night we like to give back into our community, and it helps make a difference. So next Wednesday night, I'll try to remind you again several times, from 5:30 to 8 at the Walmart in Winchester, we will be ringing the bells for the Salvation Army. We'll have people at both doors. We usually have singing, we play some music, we have a good time. Hopefully it won't be real cold. If it is, we take turns going in, warming up, coming back out. And if you can't even join us for the whole time, come join us for what time you can if you're able to join us. Again, I understand many of our online viewers, you're not even close to Winchester, so invest wherever you are. Now, the other thing for tonight, I know we were scheduled to continue in the book of Mark. With my being out 2 weeks, we decided we're going to postpone that and finish the book of Mark at the beginning of 2022. For this week, what we're going to do is the annual Christmas quiz. That's right, we're going to put everything out here and we're going to quiz and see just how good we do with our annual Christmas quiz. So I have Jan Coburn helping me with technology tonight. Jan, if you want to go ahead and pop up the quiz, we're going to go ahead and start. Here's our thing. We're going to find out how well do you know the true story of Christmas. Not the one romanticized on Christmas cards or in some Christmas plays or movies, all the different ways we've seen it, but what does the Bible actually tell us about the Christmas story? So tonight, we're going to challenge you to see how well you do. All you need is a paper and pen or something to write on where you can keep track of your answers. We will go through them, then we'll come back and we'll give you the correct answers at the end of our time period. The other thing I need to let you know is I'm going to move fairly quickly. The reason why, at 7:30 tonight, we will be turning the auditorium over to our student ministries. Sunday, they'll be doing the Christmas program. Our youth group and our children will both be doing a Christmas program this coming Sunday. We invite you to join us, whether in person or online. Be here for that event. It's going to be fun. You never know what will happen when they get up on the stage. Sometimes it is incredibly funny. Sometimes it's a tearjerker. Sometimes you scratch your head and try to figure out what happened. And it's a lot of fun either way, but the message of Christmas will come out. So here we go. Are you ready? You hopefully have something to write your answers down on. I will post this online if you would like to have a copy of the quiz afterwards, because once you know all the answers, you can stump your family members and find out just how good they do. So here we go. Question number 1. According to Isaiah, what names did he give to Jesus? And choose all of them that apply. So if you will begin, go ahead and just kind of mark either A, B, C, D, E, F, or G. And I will tell you there is more than one correct answer. 5 more seconds. Question 2. What objection did Mary give when she was told she would give birth to a son? Did she say, "But Joseph doesn't want children? I'm too old to have children. How can this be? I am a virgin. What you're saying just can't happen." Which answer did she give? Question 3. When Mary found out she would give birth to the Son of God, she and Joseph were which? A, married. B, betrothed or pledged to be married. C, living together as husband and wife, but not married. Or D, the Bible does not tell us, or doesn't say. Question 4. To whom did angels appear in Matthew chapter 1 and Luke chapters 1 and 2? Choose all of these that are correct. Was it Elizabeth, Herod, Joseph, the Magi, Mary, the shepherds, or Zechariah? Again, I will give you a hint. There is more than one correct answer of this one. I know some of you are grabbing your Bibles, trying to look up the answers as we go. Question 5. What angel visited Mary? Was it Michael? B, Gabriel? C, Raphael? Or D, the Bible doesn't name the angel? Which one visited Mary? How did the angel explain to Mary what would happen? Was it A, you will conceive a child through Joseph? B, while you sleep, God will create a baby in you? C, the power of the Most High will overshadow you? Or D, the Bible just doesn't tell us? If you'll mark your correct answer, how did the angel explain to Mary what would happen? Question 7. The cousin or relative and her husband that Mary went to visit were A, younger than Mary, B, about the same age as Mary, C, her cousin was young and the husband, Zechariah, was old, or D, they were both advanced in years. Mark A, B, C, or D. Question number 8. I'll warn you, I think there's 38 questions this year. Question number 8. What is the name of the relative Mary went, that's supposed to be went, to visit after hearing from the angel? I made a typo there. What is the name of the relative Mary went to visit after hearing from the angel? Was it A, Elizabeth, B, Anna, C, Martha, D, Priscilla, or E, the Bible doesn't say? Question 9. When the relative of Mary first heard Mary's voice, what response did her baby have? Was it A, leaped in the womb, B, immediately started being born, C, died in the womb, or D, the Bible doesn't say? Question 10. When she heard Mary's voice, what happened to the relative? A, she was paralyzed. B, she began to give birth. C, she was filled with the Holy Spirit. Or D, she was struck mute and could not talk. Question 11. How long did Mary stay with her relative when she went to visit in Luke chapter 1? Was it A, 3 days, B, 3 weeks, C, 3 months, or D, 3 years? Question 12. When Joseph found out Mary was pregnant, what did he plan to do? A, start picking names for the baby. B, divorce her or break off the engagement. C, add another room onto the house for a nursery. Or D, the Bible does not say. Question 13. Why did Mary and Joseph travel across the country? A, they were told to by King Herod. B, they were following a star. C, they were told to by Caesar Augustus. D, they were visiting family. Or E, the Bible does not say. Why did Mary and Joseph travel across the country? Question 14. How did Mary travel across the country? Was it A, on a donkey, B, on a camel, C, walked, or D, the Bible does not say? How did Mary travel across the country? Question 15. Where was Jesus born? Was it A, Nazareth, B, Bethlehem, C, Jerusalem, D, Egypt, or E, the Bible does not say? Question 16. The angels told the shepherds who were looking after their flocks, "Be very afraid." B, letter B, I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people. C, go to Nazareth and see this baby boy. Or D, the Bible does not say. Question 17. What did the angel tell the shepherds would be a sign that they had found the child? A, he would be wrapped in strips of cloth or swaddling clothes. B, there would be a star located over his location. C, you will see the Magi or wise men. Or D, a host of angels will be there and you will see them. What did the angel tell the shepherds would be a sign that they had found the child? Question 18. Who visited Jesus immediately after his birth? A, the shepherds. B, the wise men or Magi. Both the shepherds and wise men. Or D, the Bible does not say. Who visited Jesus immediately after his birth? Question 19. What is a manger typically used for? Is it A, a stable, B, a baby playpen, C, a feed trough, or D, a water trough? Question 20. What does the innkeeper say to Joseph and Mary? A, there is no room in the inn. B, I have a stable you can use. C, if you only would have made reservations. Or D, the Bible does not say. What does the innkeeper say to Joseph and Mary? Question 21. Which animals were present at Jesus' birth? A, cow, sheep, and goats. B, cow, sheep, and donkeys. C, sheep only. Or D, the Bible does not say. Which animals were present at Jesus' birth? Question 22. On what day was Jesus presented at the temple after his birth? Was it A, the next day, B, the 8th day, C, the 30th day, or D, on his 1-year birthday? On what day was Jesus presented at the temple after his birth? Question 23. When Jesus was presented at the temple to present him to the Lord, what sacrifice was offered? Was it A, a bull, B, a lamb, C, 2 doves or young pigeons, or D, a pig? When Jesus was presented at the temple to present him to the Lord, what sacrifice was offered? Number 24. What prophet or prophetess was at the temple when Jesus was presented as a baby? Was it A, Anna, B, Isaiah, C, Jeremiah, or D, Ruth? What prophet or prophetess was at the temple when Jesus was presented as a baby? Question 25. Who was Simeon? Was it A, Mary's crazy uncle, B, a righteous and devout man waiting to see the Messiah, C, the priest who was serving at Jesus' presentation, or D, the head shepherd? Who was Simeon? Question 26. How many wise men brought gifts to Jesus? Was it A, 3, B, 2, C, 12, or D, the Bible does not say? Question 27. What gifts were given to Jesus by the Magi? And choose all of them that are correct. Was it A, myrrh, B, precious gems, C, gold, D, frankincense, E, royal robes, F, livestock, or G, fine linens? I think there's a paper copy on the back row if you want to follow along. Question 28. The wise men stopped in Jerusalem to A, inform Herod about Jesus, B, find out where Jesus was, C, ask about the star, or D, buy Christmas gifts. Why did the wise men stop in Jerusalem? Question 9. When the wise men found Jesus, he was A, a babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, B, a young child or toddler, C, a boy in the temple, or D, the Bible does not say. Question 30. Where did Joseph and Mary go after the Magi visit? Was it A, Bethany, B, Jerusalem, C, Syria, or D, shopping, and finally E, Egypt? Where did Joseph and Mary go after the Magi visit? Somebody just said shopping with all that gold and stuff they got, right? Okay. Question 31. When Herod realized the Magi did not return to him, what did he do? He A, declared December 25th the day to celebrate Jesus' birth. B, sent the scholars out to find Jesus. C, had all the boys in Bethlehem 2 years old and under killed. Or D, had all the boys in Israel 2 years old and under killed. Question 32. Where do we find the Christmas story? And select all that are correct. Is it A, Matthew, B, Mark, C, Luke, D, John, and E, Acts? Where do you find the Christmas story in the Bible? Question 33. Which of the 12 tribes of Israel did Jesus come out of? Was it A, Benjamin, B, Gad, C, David, D, Judah, or E, Reuben? Which of the 12 tribes of Israel did Jesus come from? Question 34. What does Emmanuel mean? A, God with us, B, Holy One, C, Messiah, or D, the Deliverer? Question number 35. According to Matthew, which of the following were in the lineage of Jesus? Now, I'm finding out who really has read through all of the Christmas story. Was it A, Boaz, B, David, C, Isaiah, D, Joseph, E, Saul, or F, Samson? There is more than one. Question 36. Who told Joseph to name the baby Jesus? Was it A, Mary, B, Simeon, C, the Magi, D, the angel, or E, Joseph's mother? Who told him to name the baby Jesus? Question 37. What is a heavenly host? Is it A, the angel at the gate of heaven, B, the angel who serves refreshments in heaven, C, an angel choir, D, an angel army, or E, none of the above? In question 38, who was Jesus' relative who was born months before him and served as a forerunner preparing the way for Jesus? Was it A, John the Baptist, B, John the Apostle, C, Peter, D, James, or E, Paul? Which one of Jesus' relatives was known as the forerunner? All right, 38 questions. I wonder how well you did. Do you think you got them all correct? Well, let's find out here in just a moment. We're going to go through, and I don't have time to load up the answer key, so I'll give you the answers, and then we will go through. And if you'd like the answer key with the proof text, I'll be happy to send that to you. So according to Isaiah, what names did he, or Isaiah, give to Jesus? So we'll choose all that apply, right? So it was B, Wonderful Counselor, C, Mighty God, E, Prince of Peace, and F, Emmanuel. There's actually two references there. Emmanuel comes from that second one. Question 2, what objection did Mary give when she was told she would give birth to a son? She said, C, how can this happen? I am a virgin. Or depending on translation, how can this be? Or so how can this happen? Question 3, when Mary found out she would give birth to the Son of God, she and Joseph were B, betrothed, or pledged to be married. Question 4, whom did angels appear in Matthew 1 and Luke 1 and 2? It was Joseph, Mary, the shepherds, and Zechariah. Joseph, Mary, shepherds, and Zechariah. C, E, F, and G. Question 5, what angel visited Mary? The answer is B, Gabriel. And I want to say, happy birthday, Gabriel, my son. Today is his birthday. Question 6, how did the angel explain to Mary what would happen? The correct answer is C, the power of the Most High will overshadow you. Question 7, the cousin, a relative, and her husband Mary went to visit were D, advanced in years. They were both considerably older. Question 8, what is the name of the relative Mary went to visit after hearing from the angel? Correct answer is A, Elizabeth. When the relative of Mary first heard Mary's voice, what response did her baby have? It's A, he leaped in her womb. Question 10. When she heard Mary's voice, what happened to that relative, or Elizabeth? The correct answer is C, she was filled with the Holy Spirit. All in Luke chapter 1. Question 11. How long did Mary stay with her relative, Elizabeth, when she went to visit in Luke chapter 1? Correct answer is C, 3 months. Question 12. When Joseph found out Mary was pregnant, what did he plan to do? The correct answer is B, divorce her or break the engagement. That will vary depending which translation that you're reading. Question 13. Why did Mary and Joseph travel across the country? Well, C, they were told to by Caesar Augustus. There was a tax, so he demanded that everyone go and register for that tax. Question 14. How did Mary travel across the country? The correct answer is D, the Bible does not say. And I know a lot of you are like, but I saw it on the Christmas cards, or I saw it on a movie. But the correct answer is the Bible just does not say. Number 15. Where was Jesus born? The answer is B, in Bethlehem of Judea. The angels told the shepherds who were looking after their flocks to B, I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people. B, I bring you good news. Question 17, what did the angel tell the shepherds would be a sign that they had found the child? The correct answer is A, he would be wrapped in strips of cloth or swaddling clothes. Who visited Jesus immediately after his birth? The correct answer is A, the shepherds. Only the shepherds. What is a manger typically used for? The correct answer is C, a feed trough. Number 20, what does the innkeeper say to Joseph and Mary? The correct answer is D. The Bible doesn't say. In fact, there is no innkeeper mentioned in the Bible. Number 21, which animals were present at Jesus' birth? Again, the correct answer is D. The Bible does not say. Question 22, on what day was Jesus presented at the temple after his birth? The correct answer is B, the 8th day. Question 23, when Jesus was presented at the temple to present him to the Lord, what sacrifice was offered? The answer is C, 2 doves or young pigeons. Question 24, what prophet or prophetess was at the temple when Jesus was presented as a baby? The answer is A, Anna. Question 25, who was Simeon? The correct answer is A, Mary's crazy uncle. No, just kidding. The correct answer is B, a righteous and devout man waiting to see the Messiah. Question 26, how many wise men brought gifts to Jesus? The answer is D, we don't know. The Bible doesn't say. What gifts were given to Jesus by the Magi? It was gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Huh? The wise men stopped in Jerusalem to find out where Jesus was. B. 29, when the wise men found Jesus, he was B, a young child or toddler. Question 30, where did Joseph and Mary go after the Magi visit? E, Egypt. Question 31, when Herod realized the Magi did not return to him, he, C, had all the boys in Bethlehem, 2 years old and under, killed. Question 32, where do we find the Christmas story? Matthew and Luke. Mark and John or Acts do not record it. Which of the 12 tribes of Israel did Jesus come out of? Correct answer is D, Judah. What does Emmanuel mean? A, God with us. Question 35. According to Matthew, which of the following were in the lineage of Jesus? I got Jerry sitting here and he's scratching his head. He thinks he knows. David, Joseph, and Boaz. Maybe I better double check, but I thought, or is that one in Luke? Okay. I'll have to double check myself. I don't have the answer key right in front of me. I may have missed one of my own questions. Somebody look that up real fast. We'll find out. Question 36. Who told Joseph to name the baby Jesus? It was D, the angel. Question 37. What is a heavenly host? It is D, an angel army. And question 38. Who was Jesus' relative who was born months before him and served as a forerunner? That was A, John the Baptist. Matthew would be chapter 3, and what? And Boaz is correct. Okay. What do you know? I'm glad I got my own questions right. Okay, Jan, you can go ahead and click that back. Thank you. Well, I wonder how you did. Some of you can post your answers and tell us how well you did on your comments. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're interested in having this quiz available along with the answer key, just send me a text. I'll be happy to send it to you. I'll try to post it on our webpage, and you can download it as a PDF and have it available to you. Again, a reminder, next Wednesday night we will not be online. We will be at Walmart in Winchester, ringing the bells for the Salvation Army. That will be available for all age groups to come out and join us. If you can join us, please come and join us. Many of you, I understand, do not live in Winchester. You're not close by. If you can help ring the bells wherever you are, or if you can't get out and do that, find some way to minister to others next Wednesday night. Next Wednesday night will be a season where we will give and invest into other ministries. It's something we've done each year. In our area in central Kentucky, the Salvation Army does a wonderful job of helping people who have had loss. They are very generous and do a good job. By the way, I also want to say thank you to all of you who have been giving to the Western Kentucky Relief. If I understand right, we have had right at $2,000 given through New Life. And I want to say thank you for your generosity. I know that among the Kentucky Ministry Network, we're now hitting close to the area of $50,000 that's been given that we'll be able to help families that are part of our Assembly of God family and invest in them. Thank you for being with us tonight. We love you. May God bless you. We look forward to seeing you on Sunday.